Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Jareg. It is time for the finale of the clan tournament. Yes, the clan tournament finale. It's been a while coming. I'm not exactly liking where it is, but I have to come clean on this. We're not winning. Even if everything goes to plan, we're not winning. Because the enemy team is if you take a look, they're OP. Like, these are my accounts. These people are just OP, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Might as well wait the seconds, because I don't want to miss the fragment. I just don't. There's no point of struggling anyway. I'm not going to make up the points in the time span. It's just not happening. Even if I do, they'll already be ahead of me. It's just one of those days. It's one of those days, man. It's one of those days where I just... You can try all you like. You can win all the stuff you want. You ain't winning it. It's not happening. You can whine, cry, do all the stuff you want to do in the game. You're just not going to win versus that. I have to lose on my own terms. That's literally what it's down to. First, we want to take him out of the picture is the main thing here. And the main reason we want him out of the picture is we need to get the situation where the basilisk is cornered. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. As you can see, I have fallen from grace a bit. I do have to do more tag arena as time goes on. And the reason for it is I have to save up my bars. Because I have to creep my way towards a Drex. Because it's the only real way of getting it besides pulling him. Which is highly unlikely. One thing that's very annoying about... Now, the first thing we're going to be doing And this is going to seem non-intuitive, is I'm going to be helping out Padma getting her to 5-star. Because I don't see making another 6-star tonight. I just don't see it. So the main thing for this account is to limit the 40s bin. Because if you don't limit the 40s bin, it expands. You don't want that expanding. Now, I'm going to hatch a whole bunch of mystery shards and see what we can get out of it. I'm hoping at some point the magical apothecary shows up. As per usual, I have to cut down on the amount of champions I have. As per usual. Because here's the problem. I can't really make 2 6-stars for both accounts. I have to make compromises. That's the truth of it, because this account just isn't ready for that. Might as well start upgrading this. Because this is grand finals of the clan tournament. Did I even get any lizard men? None worth upgrading, I can tell you that much. Not off the top of my head. None it's like, oh, I must upgrade. No. Okay, now for the big event. Because obviously, I'm not going to be able to get these 6 stars on that account. Obviously. I hope that's obvious. Because that account is young. It's hard to get it all the way up. To shove 6 stars. Unfortunately, there's nothing I really want there. I can hatch a boatload of mystery shards. I'm judging on whether I want to do Beauregard or Vrask. Both are really tempting. The problem is There's other champs in the works too. But like Beauregard seems more valuable in a way because he has increased resistance. Not many champions have that debuff. But who do I really want to build out Beauregard? Instead of Rask? See, it's very hard for me to judge what I want to do here. Well, there's no point in dwelling on it because I've got to get another 6-star and then one after that. This is the finale. I mean, we're pretty advanced. The problem is I don't know if that would increase the resistance numbers enough. Another dark reality to consider. I don't have enough rank 5s to make yet another rank 6 on here. So that inevitably is an issue. It doesn't help that that shard will only be available after the fact I'm already destroyed. So that's a bit unfortunate. That is just a wee bit unfortunate. I don't have Beauregard on here. I do have Rask. The problem being that I decided to go into Jareg instead of And I managed to defeat the final boss without it. The main reason that Beauregard is tempting over Vrask is because Beauregard has the ability to grant your entire team extra resistance, which in the current climate is highly desirable in Doom Tower content. That is the ultimate problem. The thing is, I want to do the Soda Dragon setup on that account, and the only way I can do that is by upgrading the one champion that has that. Because in the end, even if we increase our resist, I still doubt it's enough. And his skills will get locked. So I've made up my mind. I mean, I want to get Vrask to 6-star, but the real issue is I only have one food that I really want to kill. I don't have like a whole bunch lined up of food. Like, I already spent that, like, I can't, here's the problem. I can't foresee me making enough food in one night to get multiple 6-stars. I just can't see it happening. On this account, at least. I can't see it happening. Here, I'm forced to save up arena medals. And the reason I'm forced to save up arena medals is very simple. I need to be able to get the Arbiter mission done. And the only way I can do the Arbiter mission is if I save up a ludicrous amount of arena medals. And therein lies the problem. Now, the reason I went for that is very simple. I went for that because I knew that if they would get in that situation, there was a very real chance they were going to wipe. And that's kind of what you need. Because unfortunately, to get Arbiter, well, I might as well do Faction Wars. Let's go. Let's do all the late game stuff on Faction Wars. Stage 10 onwards. This is literally my last hope for some points. Literally last hope. And I have to do a tour of campaign. We'll do this, a tour of campaign, and then this, and then a tour of campaign, etc. Because that's exactly what I gotta do. Because whether I win or lose, like, as long as I win, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter what points I get on that. Like, I just have to get the stage 1. But yeah, I don't see me making another 6 stars straight away. I also don't see me labeling all my videos straight away because of how much work I'm basically forced to do to, you know, it's so much work. I'm going to have to label the videos tomorrow and the next day just to deal with the overwhelming situation I have to deal with faction wars, arena, you name it. So that's the real issue here. Because, yeah, I don't see me getting further on that. Like, I see helping Jareg. I just don't see further the Vrask thing working out. I don't see me going the 2-for-1 deal. I just don't see it happening. We'll start to try to finish the journey that these guys started. And we'll begin a new journey. But I don't want to leave him at that point is the problem, and I don't have the food prepared. So maybe not. I'm just going to stick to leveling the 2 that are 6-star. Because I've manufactured enough 60s for a while. So, I mean 6 stars. So I might as well start leveling them to 60. Because obviously, if I don't start doing that, we are going to be in trouble. In terms of progression. So we fight our way through the sewers with the torches lit on the walls. The lizard men are looking at me like, yeah, we see that you've been dominated in this tournament. But we also see that you want to do other stuff with the game. even if you've been dominated. Because here's the deal. I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed a lot to get to this point. You do know that, right? You do know that. The reason I'm helping out Jareg is because I know that Jareg has a lot of potential. And that's why I'm trying to unlock his potential. And that's my plan. I'm trying to get my Jareg in that right spot with the sheltering scales and the... Because Jareg has specific purposes in a lot of content. So that's why... And I got him to 6-star. I chose him. So I might as well give him the levels. I might as well. Flat stat chest. We're going to continue through the whole thing just to prove the point. Because I've got to drive it home that once I create that, we're... Okay, I need to bring some of my other kales out of the vault. Because I've got too many dupe kales for my own good. Way too many. We're not going to build all of them out. Yeah, we're not going to build out all these kales. We're not. Yeah, there's no way I'm building out all these kales. Like, just give that part up. We're not doing that. 2 is enough. So yeah, we've gotten into that pantheon. But yeah, 2 is more than enough. Well, there's 2 there, but then there's also faction guardians, I think, too. Yep, I still have a spare one in faction guardians. So yeah, that should give you an idea how many kales I had. There's just too many. I don't need that many on this account. 2 is more than satisfactory. 1 in a crit savage build and 1 in in the other build. And more Kales will probably show up anyway. He's in mystery shards. So it's not like there's any shortage of Kales. Yeah, let's just continue on. Because we want to get these 6 stars to 60. That's the big thing here. I will eventually get more rare books anyway, but I was trying to book out this second Kale. And then eventually he'll get masteries. Although he'll getting a different mastery set from the original Kale. He's going to get Helm Smasher and Full Savage in the end. So that is what he's going to have. I mean, not many people will even build out a second Kale, but I will. I will do it. I just don't feel like I need to build out a third or a fourth. A second one is more than enough. You can already tell, even though he doesn't have a lot of gear on, that he's going to hit hard when I get him in the full Savage. You can already tell. Because I've got to try to maximize the people I already have. Because hunting for more champs right now, especially with the diversifying too much too soon, is a bit of a problem. Because it means that you spread yourself too thin. You want to prioritize on getting people up to like level 59 into the 60s bin. One day I'll get a Seeker, one day. Until that day comes, Jareg will be the substitute. I will have to gear him too. Imagine I want accuracy and resistance. I could try my luck. Where are we losing the... That answers my question, doesn't it? We're losing most of it through faction wars. They've got robust faction war teams. That answers my own question, doesn't it? It's pretty much all I want to put in for now. But yeah, they have robust faction wars teams. That explains a lot. I think that's the real reason I'm losing so bad. Is the let's see if we can actually beat this boss, actually. I want to give a go. at this boss. Because this boss is actually mean. Because the weird thing is a lot of their points isn't even champion points. It's faction wars. Which this account actually doesn't have the worst faction war teams, so I think that's the main problem, is that the other guys not only had similar champion objectives, but also had ridiculous faction war teams. And that is part of why they managed to get the lead through their domination of faction wars and the fact that more of them are doing more over time. Trying to make sure El Haynes stays alive long enough to meet the boss. Wow. That damage is severe. If I can live past this, that'll be great. But it doesn't look likely. Wow. That boss is OP, man. Well, guess I'm just going to compromise with this one and then move on. There's no making up that many points on faction wars in a instantaneous scenario. That's just not happening. And to give you an idea how big of a difference that boss is, from this one, it's pretty dang big. The thing that's most annoying about this boss too is that he steals your buffs. Just doing that in case I had a mission to do it. I do not see me re-gearing all these champs in a night. I just don't see it happening. So many elves in this game, too. It's kind of maniacal. When you really think about it. Yeah, that stage can be really troll, by the way. Yeah, this easily. See, they didn't even take advantage of Ice Golem that much. But in terms of faction wars, they went to town. As you can see. I just don't see if it's worth. Maybe. If I can get. If I can get these guys up to where I need them to be. Which may take some doing. But I'm not gonna let a few skinwalkers, particularly these goatmen, stop me. Not gonna let them stop me. I'm gonna do my campaign runs as usual. Jareg is going to be a big part of my dungeon squad. Like, especially like Doom Tower and stuff. I'm pretty sure when I get his stuff up to par. He seems like a better fit for clan boss than Vergus is because of the decrease attack. Because decrease attack is like, as you go up the clan boss, that becomes like a mandatory debuff. Like, if you don't have decrease attack in the later stages of clan boss, you're basically trolling. So that's part of the problem. So I'm going to kind of do a Syl team. Do a little bit of a variant. which this situation I'm in already sucks. As they already seem just... This team seems way overtuned. Yeah, this team seems way overtuned. I don't know why I did that. We find some teams that aren't stupidly overtuned. I mean, I guess this could work. I guess. Because I've got like a weird blender team going. I will make other teams, but this is my weird blender team. Okay. Screw. I did not know he had a revive. There we go. We're going to do it anyway, even though this is probably a dumb idea. Okay, scratch that. It was a very dumb idea. Because almost all speakers at this rank are speed tuned. That's why it's a dumb plan. If you're wondering, like, Vaporsmith, why do you say this is a dumb plan? It's a dumb plan because most of the seekers are speed tuned and are extremely difficult to deal with. That's the problem. Granted, these people also seem unbelievably tuned. However, despite this, they have some weaknesses that might be exploitable. That's what you thought. You thought you were going to win that. Nope. So yeah, let's continue. the finale of this. Gotta focus. We go. Got the dragon. Not bad. We're going to keep going, though. Because some of these champs need to grow up. And one of them is that Kale. Eventually, we'll fully book him and stuff. Well, I already tried to book him with copies of Kale, among other things. The other one's a Faction Guardian. Yes, I have that many Kales. It's kind of ridiculous. And there will be more in the future. I can almost guarantee it. Because he's only a rare. He's not a legendary or anything. Anything super hard to get. Legendaries, my past 2 clan wars. I hatched one in the other one. It didn't count. 2 in the other one. And here we didn't hatch any. They're really hard to get. Epics, you get them every so often. And rares are the default, pretty much, for anything except mystery shards. Mystery shards are the only one where the default isn't some form of rare. It's common and uncommon is the default on those. Which is kind of miserable. If you catch my drift. Hope you catch my drift. As we go through the land of the Ogrins. Because I mean, I would develop more champs, but the problem is, if you don't focus on a certain set of champs, one at a time, you won't get to the, you won't get to that break point, you know? Where you get the 60s underway. But I mean, have to do the tour first, don't I? I would do Beauregard on that account, but the thing is, I need Vrask more for a secret room. And I also need him for some other purposes. So before I go, I'm going to honor Vrask. And then eventually Beauregard. I also like Vrask because he's more accessible than Beauregard. The problem with honoring Beauregard is that he's an extremely rare champion. So if I make a video on him, a lot of people won't have access. And I really don't want to have to advertise champions that are really rare and hard to get. Because I already feel that way when I play this nut bar. So, you know what? Just to honor all the people and to honor Soda Dragon. Soda Dragon, this is for you. This is literally for you. I will do this twice and I will do this a third time in the future. This is for you. Just for you. There you go. And you don't need to book them, which is even more convenient. I mean, I'm doing my best. I'm ahead of them on champ objectives. My faction wars are bad. Let's do some faction wars. But yeah, that's why I did it. Because the thing is, it already feels awful, by the way, to not have to like let everyone down and say, nah, I'm going to do a champ that's obscure and hard to get. Rather than a champ that more people might have access to, like Vrask. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll help Vrask. I'll help him out. Granted, this also means I need more resist. Especially since I didn't invest in Beauregard first. But hey. I mean, I will eventually invest in Beauregard. But like I said, I was supposed to try to make the team. And the thing is, I don't have Jareg. So I'm going to have to substitute stuff in. And go for some high resistance stuff. Because I don't have Jareg on this account. So I'm going to have to use like Coffin Smasher. With Syl and Vrask. And some other crazies. I don't see this ending well, though. I just don't see it. Any way you slice it, I don't see this ending well for me. I am going to attempt this boss. I don't know if I can do it, but let's give it a go. we can get this boss done, I'm gonna call it an episode. 100% pretty much. Because I just don't see how I can do all that in one night. There's a reason I specifically did that. I specifically did that for a reason. Main thing is I want to get rid of these ads. Because the ads are really obnoxious. Now we can do it. I think with Visix in this state, we'll be able to do it. I think we've got the secret sauce here. Visix plus Madame Saris is amazing versus his boss, but I think Visix can do it alone. Because she has that turn meter control. Plus ally protect, but also just the turn meter control and the provoke is usually enough of a control method to get over here. Wow. What a jerk. What a jerk. This boss is an absolute jerk. And now that... Because, like, my god, dude. Health swap is probably the most jerk move in the game. I swear, if you do anything with those buffs, I'll steal them right off of you. I have no issue doing that. Before you think, oh, I'm going to take pity on this boss for... No. No. At least he doesn't put true fear on me. 'Cause that would suck. That would what we like to call suck. One, 5. Yeah, let's take the full tour, or at least as far of a tour as we had before, or close to it. Try to keep going with that, because I've got to fight a lot of crazy Bannerlords with their weird armors into everywhere else. And we're going to go continue this in the next episode. I'll be continuing on this. The thing is, I gotta fight with everything I've got. And it's so hard to do. And I'm not even excited about it because of how much effort I've poured in, and I just can't seem to get close.